Hello, welcome to Garbage Day Live, streaming live from our wonderful studio space here in an undisclosed location in New York. I don't want to be doxxed. My name is Ryan Broderick. I write the Garbage Day newsletter and host the Panic World podcast. And with me behind the camera is my lovely team of writers and researchers and editors. They will be piloting the Torment Nexus today. That is the computer that is loaded up with random links and tabs that I have not seen. A couple updates from last week's stream. It should look slightly better. I've been doing some work on our setup. Also, I'm wearing shorts that are not the same color as my legs, so I don't look like I'm Winnie the Poohing it. I am very excited to talk about today's links. I'm very excited to hang out with you all. If you're watching on any platform, please say hello in the comments. Drop some links in the comments. If you're watching from our Discord, you can do the same thing. Kate, I believe the room is office hours. That's what we're using. Is that right?
That is correct.
Cool. So Kate's, my lovely managing editor, is monitoring the office hours room in our Discord. That's available for paying readers. They get priority over you little goblins that are watching for free in the random comment sections on Twitch and YouTube. And piloting the Torment Nexus today is my producer, Grant Irving. So hello, Grant. Give a little wave. Grant, what do we have today? What are we starting with?
I'm going to start you off with an easy one.
Okay. All right. So is this a Jimothy related event? Okay, so this is from Seattle Submissions 1. And this is Ballard, the neighborhood where Jimothy started. And this is a Jimothy meetup. That's adorable. That's so lovely. My major thing, okay, let me back up. Jimothy, if haven't been following, we have a great piece in Garbage Day last Friday all about the rise of Jimothy, the raccoon with short spine syndrome. My researcher Adam put together an incredible timeline of how Jimothy became a cultural icon. I think the major discovery Adam came across is that Jimothy is an Instagram creation. Jimothy started thanks to a viral video posted simultaneously on Instagram and TikTok, and sort of he made the rounds from there. I think Reddit was very crucial in the rise of Jimothy. My major concern with Jimothy was that he was in pain because of his small spine. But from what I can gather, He's totally comfortable as a raccoon could be. So I think Jimothy is good. I will say, I will not name the event that I was at last week, but someone on stage was very anti-Jimothy. And it hadn't even occurred to me that you could be anti-Jimothy. I like Jimothy, and I like that people are doing this. It does feel very COVID behavior, though. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like being excited about a raccoon that you saw on Reddit.
Why was somebody ever anti-Jimothy?
She thought, I'm sorry, they. I won't even sort of name the gender of the person. I don't want to dox them, but they thought he was disgusting. That was it. Yeah.
Or non-binary pronouns?
They can't hear me. Oh, you can actually. The webcam has a volume that can go up on OBS. In each scene there. Yeah. All right, let's go to the next tab. I'm gonna just say I love Jimothy. Jimothy's good. This is good. And this is like the least annoying thing I could imagine Seattle doing. You know, so I think this is good.
I'm going to make you question that, Ryan.
All right. All right, let's do it.
Is this appearing for you? Can you read that headline?
Okay, so this says art from Jimothy Proclamation Day in Seattle. And then the caption reads, "Today was Jimothy Proclamation Day in Seattle, and I was very honored to be given a spotlight as Jimothy's name giver." Oh, is this from
Kiana Hall.
Kiana Hall? Okay, so but my absolute favorite part was the art competition. There were paintings, sculptures, stained glass, dioramas, poetry, mosaics, illustrations, clothes, quilts, much more. I couldn't get photos of every piece of art because there were so many incredible and talented artists. If I missed you, okay. So, what is bad here?
This just feels excessive.
This?
Just
I thought you were going to show me like Timothy Vore stuff or like Timothy Rule 34. This is just people painting a weird raccoon.
you told me specifically I had to leave the vor out of it. Don't.
I think this is nice. I think this is fine. Like, I was really prepared for something gross. I actually haven't seen anything gross about Jimothy yet.
I just think that this is like, all right, how Seattle are you going to be?
Look, here's the thing on Jimothy. You know, we haven't had a good viral animal in a long time. The last one was in a zoo in Japan. So I think part of the allure of Jimothy is that he's accessible, right? You could possibly see Jimothy, and a lot of people have. Also, we haven't really had like a viral disfigured animal in a while. Like Grumpy Cat, Little Bub. Like I feel like Jimothy's very much in that vein. So there's something there that I don't really know why that keeps happening over the course of internet history, but it does. So yeah, I think this is fine. I think Jimothy, and also like Jimothy's doing his thing, right? He doesn't know that he's viral, which I think is also good for animals. I don't think animals should know that they're viral. Like I said many times, I've met Grumpy Cat, and you could kind of tell that Grumpy Cat knew that she was like a big deal. So yeah.
Managed Marty the dog.
You managed Marnie the dog?
First ever 6-figure animal internet book deal.
No way.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, pull up Marnie the dog. Oh, right, with the tongue. Yeah.
You got a 6-figure book deal out of a dog?
Marty the dog, I'm a book.
Huh. Also, great to see that Marnie the dog supports Palestinian action. That's great.
It's a big part of her agenda right now.
Okay, great. All right, next tab. What else you got for me here? Okay. I think I saw a cross post to R Drugs about this. I'm a big follower of the R Drugs subreddit. It kind of scratches the itch that Erowid.org scratched for me in college. If you're not familiar with Erowid.org, it still does exist. It's a giant repository of people sharing tips and tricks on how to do drugs really well. So this is shared to R. What is it? And it reads, "Unfortunately, our teenage son smoked some no-no stuff a few days ago, so we've been checking his room. I did too when I was young, so not that upset. We found this in his garage, his garbage, a few hours ago. It smelled as if it had been recently cleaned with alcohol, but still a bit musty. Anyone have any idea what it could be? It's squishy, and it has some weird octopus-like shapes."
Do you know what this is?
Can I see the photos again? Can we go through the photos again? Can I go back one? It looks like a fleshlight that disintegrated. Scroll down. What are the comments say here? Yeah, there you go. Hey, top comment. How do you all know what a blended fleshlight looks like? Yes. Okay, so all right. Let me explain my thought process here. Scroll back up. Okay, so
How many blended fleshlights have you encountered?
I have never encountered a fleshlight that has been blended or otherwise, actually. But, okay, so it's got little grippy stuff on it, clearly. Octopus-like behavior, right? Octopus-like things. And it's in, like, a bag. Like, a bag, that would deliver it to you. And it said that it had been cleaned with alcohol. So my assumption was that a teenage boy tried to clean his fleshlight, didn't know how, and accidentally melted it with alcohol. But it could have been that he blended it to get rid of it. And
That's how you would get rid of a flashlight? Blending it?
I wouldn't. I'm not saying I would blend a fleshlight.
Shredding documents?
I'm trying to put myself in the shoes of a 14-year-old boy who has an possibly octopus-themed fleshlight that he's trying to hide from his parents after he already got caught smoking weed this week.
You know you would have to use like a Vitamix to blend a fleshlight. Like,
He could have chopped it up.
Really high power blender.
Go back up. Let's look at it again. I'm not convinced that's blended.
It looks more minced.
I think it fell apart.
Minced is right.
I think it fell apart. Like, did you ever have those like koosh ball kind of things, like made of like the squishy like balls with the things on them? You know what I'm talking about?
They don't break apart in flakes like that, do they?
I think silicone could. Do we have anyone in the comments who's ever blended and/or cleaned a fleshlight and destroyed it? I assume we do. I assume someone in one of our comment sections has done this. Yeah. So a quick thing about the Cars themed fleshlights. There's like a guy on like Facebook and Craigslist who makes custom Pixar themed fleshlights. It's like Kate's and I have come across him a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with the comment section. So basically, like, they're all saying, like, he may have tried to build his own fleshlight or quickly tried to hide his fleshlight. I think that's what happened here.
We've also got a chatter in the Discord. Chatter Glitch says, did anyone postulate he attempted to smoke weed out of the fleshlight?
You know what? It hadn't even occurred to me. When I was the age where I was smoking weed out of strange objects, fleshlights hadn't really been invented yet. So I hadn't even thought about it because, yeah, I suppose... Well, okay, wait. Let's play this scenario out before we move on to the next tab here really quick. So we're assuming that he had a fleshlight, wanted to discreetly smoke weed out of the fleshlight to hide from his... Oh, like boofing through the fleshlight.
It's like the advanced smoking a Tide Pod.
No. So like in college, like you could build one of those things where it had like a bunch of dryer sheets stuck in like a toilet paper roll and you'd blow the weed smoke through the dryer sheets to get rid of the weed smoke. Maybe he was thinking he could do... Hold on, let me read this highlighted one that Grant just highlighted here because that is 100% a shredded tentacle or octopus squid masturbator. Just put it back where you found it. Accept your kid is expressing their thoughts and urges in a healthy way, and wash your hands 17 times. Never bring it back. I think this makes more sense than the idea that he might have been smoking weed through the fleshlight. All right, let's move on. I think the verdict here is that this kid was doing something that he shouldn't have and tried to hide it, whether he was smoking weed in the fleshlight or just using the fleshlight.
Before we move on,
Okay.
what advice would you give these parents?
What advice would I give parents who discovered a possibly shredded up octopus fleshlight in their son's bedroom?
Yeah.
I would probably mess with him. I'd be like, hey, do you want to get like takoyaki tonight? Do you want to go to the aquarium? Do you want to watch Finding Dory or whatever? And like be like, oh, those octopuses look really cool, right? And just torment him for a while. Yeah. And then maybe like I would start there. And then I think like if he ever brought it up, I'd be like, we don't talk about that. We're never going to talk about that. Because I think that's important. I think there's like a lot of, I was like going down a rabbit hole on X the other day about like people in school who now keep referencing fandoms in their term papers, which is apparently a thing that has started to happen more often since COVID. And I think that we have to cut that out entirely. So it's like whatever my weird son is doing on the internet, like I just need him to know he should never talk to anyone about it, especially other people on the internet about it. Yeah, cool. What do we got? Okay.
This is.
Stop now. Don't. Waymos hate to see us coming. Stop now. Don't move, Waymo. Good boy. There are so many other cars. Yeah, you're good. You're good. Keep him. You can go. Up.
I have to say the editing on this video is awesome.
Authorities. You need to get rid of these stops.
Okay, so we actually haven't really written or done anything about anti-Waymo stuff, but I think it's really interesting. Also, I would kind of put this under the same category as the people who like kick over delivery robots. I think it's good.
Been in a Waymo before?
I've never been in a Waymo.
I had my first experience last weekend in LA. I was in the Hollywood Hills going home to my hotel, and my friend called me a Waymo. And here's things about it. First off, it's witchcraft. Secondly,
Did you like it?
it was incredible because you can pick your own music. So imagine sitting in the front seat, Dropkick Murphys or whatever your fantasy.
I was going to say, I have a really low rating on Uber because in my 20s, I used to play Taking Back Sunday through the Spotify integration that they've removed from the Uber app.
You know you can just use headphones. You can sit in the
But
back of
no,
the
Grant, what if the car was a headphone?
Cool.
I have never ridden in a Waymo. My sister rides in Waymos, I think, more often than I do. I've never actually seen one in real life. I like how people are messing with them. Like wasn't there like a story a few months ago where someone called like all the Waymos in the area to like a cul-de-sac, and they just sort of like they caused a DDoS in real life with Waymos. Okay, here's what I'll say, and I think I've been trying to like be a little more intentional with how I talk about this stuff.
Why?
Because like the anti-AI, anti-robot thing is getting like to that level where everyone's being kind of insane about it in different directions. And so like I'm trying to be like very intentional about like when I am talking about different kinds of AI and robotics and stuff. Adam and I were talking a couple weeks ago where in the Garbage Day Style Guide now, we're going to identify the make and model of every robot we talk about. So we can keep track of what kind of robots are coming out, because this is a thing now. I think if there was a way to have Waymo exist that did not require a panopticon and like a corporate surveillance state, I would be very cool with Waymo. Like if there was a end-to-end encrypted version of Waymo, I'd be cool with it. But I don't like that they run on that stuff. Okay, you're pulling up something. So, hey, there you go. So, this is it. This is okay. So Grant just pulled up. This is from May. There was a cult. Oh, this is a different one. So the one I saw was in San Francisco, but this must be like another neighborhood where Waymos have just sort of taken over and they use it for where they're idling. It's like a common thing, I guess, in different neighborhoods with Waymo where they'll just circle and wait for someone to call them. And so they just take over a neighborhood, which is crazy.
So do you actually think that this is like real activism and real like we hate Waymo, or just like a nice hack at like a kind of content to make?
I would say that like as information technology, this is good stuff. I would say as information technology leaks out into real life, the difference between like vandalism or graffiti or whatever and hacking and cyber activism kind of all becomes the same thing. Like messing with a Waymo or kicking over a delivery robot is sort of the same as like a teenage hacker trying to see if they could get into like the IRS website or something. Like they're looking for exploits. And I actually don't know if tech companies understand that as well as young people seem to be understanding that. Like trying to figure out how to screw with a Waymo or cause a DDoS with Waymos, you and all your friends order as many Waymos as possible to one, street to see if they crash into each other is kind of the same as stress testing Facebook or hacking into something. Like it's sort of the same idea.
Do you think it's actually bad? Like, do you think that these companies are like, if you're Waymo Incorporated and there's just tons and tons of content being made ranking your product and being like, we think your product is lame, do you think that's actually a growing problem for these tech companies, or do you think it's just like frivolous?
I think it is a problem, and I think that's why they're so obsessed with trying to crack down on how we express ourselves. Like, I don't know if anyone's been watching the totally insane Burning Man documentary on HBO. So good. It's unbelievable. And the entire subplot about Kimball Musk trying to take over Burning Man and change it into like this, tech oligarch festival is such a fascinating part of it, and kind of a microcosm for everything that's been happening over the last 6 years, where I think the further we get away from COVID, the clearer it is to me that it was kind of like a gold rush for these kind of guys to take over whatever sector of society that they wanted, and they're all very mad that we don't like it. So they get very touchy, when we kick their robots over or whatever. Next tab.
Oh, my bad.
Oh boy. Okay, yeah. So this is funny. When Rick and Morty was like at its peak, I wasn't living in the U.S. and it was one of those shows that was like impossible to stream overseas. So I missed Rick and Morty almost entirely, and I literally last week started watching it like for the first time, kind of. Pretty good. I don't know if anyone on Reddit's ever seen it, but it's pretty funny. I sure hope none of the voice acting changes in a couple seasons when I get to it. But it was very surprising to wake up the other morning and have the White House tweet this. What's really interesting, can you, Grant, go to the Department of Education X account? Just log into, because you're the admin for it. So just log into your Department of Education X account. No, but yeah, if you could pull it up, they did something this week also that... Oh my God, this is all so embarrassing, man. So if you scroll down, no, go down. Yeah, okay. So if you go further down, so look at that one first. That's the Incredibles post they did, which says parents know best. Now keep going. Keep going. Oh man, all this stuff is so bad, man. Keep going. There's a really weird one that I want to point out. Keep going. Another parents knows best. So this is all being posted around the same time, basically. This is really weird because this is from the Fairly Odd Parents Jimmy Neutron crossover episode from like 20 years ago, I think at this point. And a lot of people have been pointing out, the same thing that I asked in Garbage Day yesterday, which is, who is this for? And the best I can tell is that like a very cringe millennial has taken over the Trump World accounts. Do we know how old Stephen Chung is?
Oh no, it's Kaylin Dorr.
Okay, Kaylin Dorr.
Who I believe is mid-30s.
That would make sense. All of this stuff feels like...
A-E-L-A.
No. I just wanted you to explain who they are.
So all of this stuff feels very laser targeted to like a very specific audience that is not anyone. Or anything. Like anyone younger is not going to really care about this. Or they're going to want something way more racist, like Nick Fuentes. They're going to want like edgier content. And anyone older is not going to understand this. Like my parents don't know who Jimmy Neutron is. Or care about the nuances that this is from the Jimmy Neutron Fairly Odd Parents crossover episode. So I think my take on all of this stuff is that the Trump World accounts are getting lazier and lazier and clearly losing focus on who they're trying to target. Like if you go back to the Rick and Morty one, okay, so it's like 15,000 shares. Seems like, big victory for Trump World, but like all of the replies are just calling Donald Trump a pedophile. Or like making fun of them for being peak Reddit cringe. Yeah, like I don't think this is working, and I'm really fascinated with how lazy they're getting. Yeah, like, I mean, this is just like they're cooking them. They're cooking them in the replies.
Do you think that's a purpose, though?
To be cooked in the replies? No.
Just
No.
rage bait?
No, I don't think it's rage bait. I mean, it's not the rage bait they want. I saw, this like crazy far right account a couple days ago say that by Trump's joke at the White House Correspondents' Dinner when he said that Caitlin Collins looked like Dylan Mulvaney, right? That's what it was. That's the perfect way to rage bait libs, because it would mean that to be offended, they would have to be offended at being compared to a trans woman. Like that's the sort of 5-dimensional, 6-dimensional chess that they want out of rage baiting liberals. Posting Rick and Morty on Maine is, I don't think, part of the same idea. It's like very, oh man, like that's so good, man. That's so good. Yeah, I don't know. I think all this stuff is like really losing its bite. And I think people are just like not taking the bait anymore. I mean, I don't know if this is in today's link dump, but the Economist podcast with Elon Musk, where she's like, people hate you. And he like has a complete glitch out. I think people are just not really playing along anymore, and it's making their stuff feel really silly. Stop pulling up the internal Discord on live stream. Thank you very much. Thank you, Grant. All right, next tab. Next tab. Oh, AO3. All right. Okay. Oh, cool. I have not seen this yet, and I heard about this. So this is the Archive of Our Own Ship Stats 2026. And of course, like always, it is a blurry screenshot of a gigantic Excel sheet. Okay, so
Maybe?
no, hold on. Okay, I know what the top one is. I can read that.
I had no idea what this was.
What do you mean?
But it just felt important based off of.
You had no idea what this was? Okay, so
What is AO3?
AO3 is the world's
Thank you. I don't know. Finally, another one of me.
AO3 is, if not the world's largest, definitely the world's most important and impactful repositories of fan fiction on the internet. It stands for Archive of Our Own, and they are notoriously hard to get a hold of as a journalist, but weirdly open about their data. So every year they kind of announce the top fandom pairings or fan fiction, topics of the year. Seems like, okay, do not scroll because this is hard to take in here. So let's see if I know them all here, at least from what I can see. So number 1, we got Heated Rivalry. Makes total sense. 2 main characters from Heated Rivalry. Number 2, totally makes sense. It's Will Byers and Mike Wheeler from Stranger Things. Next we have, okay, that's a surprise. It's from Ryan Murphy's show 911, which I know is very popular thanks to Tumblr.
Yep.
There's a huge Tumblr community for 911.
Why, Kate's?
Men in uniform, some of them are canonically not straight.
And there's a lot of yearning, right?
There's a lot of yearning.
Yeah. Part of the Ryan Murphy TV universe. Number 4 is always on these lists, which is Bakugo and Meteora from Boku no Hero Academia, or My Hero Academia. It's an anime about a world full of superheroes. It would sort of be the equivalent of like Draco Malfoy and Harry Potter, but superheroes kind of, which makes sense because further down you have a whole bunch of Harry Potter stuff.
On the Harry Potter front, why is James Potter and Lily Potter the top Harry Potter one?
Don't make me do this. Don't make me talk about
There
this.
is a long answer.
Yeah, so are you familiar with the Marauders fandom?
No, Ryan, I'm not.
I'm also not.
So
I don't know that.
the Marauders fandom is sort of a large umbrella term. Kate, if I get this wrong, just like kill me. Because if I get it wrong, I'm going to hear about it nonstop for weeks on the internet. The Marauders fandom is sort of the umbrella term for the fan fiction universe about the adults in Harry Potter when they were teenagers.
Correct.
Because the books have a lot of... I have not finished the series. I gave up after Cedric Diggory died in Goblet of Fire. And
Setting for you?
I just moved on to other stuff. I learned how to play guitar, and I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to go outside. So when I was a teenager, I was like, I'm going to do something cooler. I'm going to be in a ska band. So I'm going to do improv comedy and join a ska band. No Harry Potter for me. But in the books, there's all kinds of like details about how Harry Potter's parents and the staff at Hogwarts and other people all knew each other and were connected to each other and the Marauders fandom is about that. Is that right, Kate? Did I get it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're
Oh, yeah.
it's erotic fan fiction about them when they were teenagers.
It is
Just
not
like,
always erotic,
And not
so
always,
sorry.
and not always them as teenagers.
but it is often erotic.
Yes.
And about the there's like a really famous, really long one that like is kind of iconic.
Ryan
Which-
interviewed the author
Yeah, Ryan, you interviewed the author of this.
Of what?
of all the young dudes.
Oh, years ago. Yeah. That was like the longest one, right? For a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's always, I've interviewed like a few people who have done like massive fan works projects, and it all is funny to talk to them about it because they never really go into it with grand designs. I would say like 9 times out of 10, if you like talk to someone behind a massive piece of fan work, they're sort of driven by like instinct or compulsion almost. They're sort of like, I just had to do this. And yeah, so
That's kind of beautiful.
it is kind of beautiful. I will say I've been noticing a lot of chatter lately amongst like younger internet users about whether fanfic is feminist or not, and I just want to say that's none of my business. I have no strong opinions on that whatsoever, but that seems to be a really hot topic with young people right now, and I don't care. So.
Is anybody from the pit on this list?
Yes.
I remember what
Oh, yeah. Weirdly, they're not as high up as you think. So, like, let me race through this. So, all your mainstays, K-pop bands, Harry Potter, Heat of Rivalry, they're all up the top. K-pop Demon Hunters. Weirdly, Formula One real people fiction. If you ever see RPF, by the way, that's what that means, real people fiction. That is higher up than the pit. And the pit pairing I find surprising, actually. It's not my main ship from the pit, but it's Robbie and Dr. Whitaker is the top pit
people
pairing.
said that, and I never got it. Like,
I mean, I think it's very. Look, I'm not going to go investigate, but if I had to guess that there was Omegaverse fan fiction about Dr. Robbie and Dr. Whitaker from the pit, I would believe it. Next tab.
There's so much to unpack there still.
Well,
So this is the woman.
oh yeah. Don't even play it. I know what this is. So okay, Asmongold, who we've talked about in an episode of Panic World, actually several episodes of Panic World at this point. He's a distinct.
You don't think we should watch this? I think we should watch it.
Okay, play it. Yeah, full screen it. That's good.
Wife, and she found a roach in his house.
It's his fridge. Yeah.
It is. Of course it's clean. No, it's not.
Is that a cockroach head? That's a cockroach head.
Yeah, actually it is.
Why is it?
How did you know that? How did you know
Because
that?
there's a little thing on
The
the
point
head.
is, yeah, no, you're right. Oh my god.
Why is it just a
Stop it. Here's the thing that just like really pisses me off about Asmongold. If like 20 years ago, he would have been like a dude like at a Comic-Con convention that like pet his underage girlfriend on the head like an animal, and made her call him senpai, and then like we would never know about him. He'd just be like some guy in somewhere in the country that wouldn't matter. But because of the way society is structured now, he's like one of the most important pundits in the country, and he's disgusting. He is currently doing a weird arc where he has like a girlfriend, I guess, quote unquote, and she's like at his house a lot, saying that his house isn't disgusting, but it is full of like dead bugs and animals and stuff. And he's gross and he sucks, and like I don't believe that that's actually his girlfriend. I don't believe any of this. I think a lot of these streamers like have figured out that if they just live their lives like a soap opera or like a reality show, it will do numbers, and they can sort of refer to it as different arcs and seasons. Yeah, I don't know. I hate this. I hate him, and I hate this.
Do you think the cockroach head was planted there on purpose?
I don't think it's in there. Like, I don't think any of this is real. Like, I mean, I think he's also like definitely losing steam. I think the nature of live streaming is changing. There's a reason why we're not in my office right now and trying to do something beyond like your typical live stream. I think people are moving on. The stinky guy at a desk yelling into the camera thing, I think is kind of, I'm wearing deodorant, is like losing steam. And I think he knows it. And I think he's going to keep trying to do like clavicular kind of stuff. because he knows like his relevance is kind of waning. Also, he has another problem, which like all creators do, which is if a bunch of teenagers like you, they eventually stop being teenagers and associate you with being a teenager, and they move on. So you're stuck. You know, Mr. Beast has been fighting this too, right? Like you either become a children's entertainer by inertia, or you have to evolve and change. And so I think he doesn't want to be racist Rafi. You know, he wants to be something else. So yeah, I don't
I
know.
want to see the mature, grown-up version of Asmongold, the man that the boy can become.
Here's the thing, like I think if he like went outside, when we did our episode, like he talks about this, where like the minute he stops streaming for like more than a day, he stops being like a reactionary psychopath. I think it is totally based on the amount of time he's just spending alone in his house yelling into a computer. I think he could absolutely be a normal person, or at least like normal enough to work at a vape store or a gas station.
That's why our studio audience keeps you honest.
That's right. Speaking of which, do we have any comments, questions from the audience that we should address?
Well,
Oh God!
That doesn't sound great.
There are some comments about your shorts.
Come on, what? They're shorts.
They are short shorts.
Yeah, I wear short shorts. What I don't want to do the long jorts thing. Everyone in my neighborhood is wearing long jorts now. I don't want to do that. I also wear no-show socks. You know, I'm 36 years old. Leave me alone.
Yeah, as much skin as possible.
That's right. Yeah.
Nick thinks you need some more tattoos on those thighs.
I have no tattoos, actually. I have none.
Nick would like to pay for my thigh piece. I've been considering it for a long time.
I was such a reactionary playing in punk bands as a teenager that I was like, if everyone here has tattoos, I won't get tattoos. That's what's really punk. It's just really boring, but yeah. All right. Well, enough of about my thighs. Let's move on. Whoa, Vicky. Okay. Yes. I have been following this for a bit. What exactly do you want to talk about with regards to Whoa, Vicky? Okay. Well, you just want to talk about Whoa, Vicky in general?
I have no idea what's happening.
Who suggested Whoa, Vicky? Who included Whoa,
Who do
Vicky?
you think suggested Whoa, Vicky?
Okay. Celia the intern. Yep. All right. So, Whoa, Vicky briefly, quote unquote, dated Clavicular. She did a poetry reading in New York, I think last month. There was live streamed. Yeah. There was coverage of it in maybe New York Mag, or someone covered it, sort of being like, it was like a bunch of Dime Square weirdos were there. And they, like, it wasn't clear if they were making fun of Whoa, Vicky or not. I think she's just like, you know, like a girl online who is, I don't really know much about her lore. So if she's like mega racist or something, I have missed that part. I mean, the fact that she was operating with Clavicular at all is really weird. She was, quote unquote, again, dating him when he reportedly overdosed in Miami. And then they broke up, quote unquote, after that. And she was like saying like he needs Jesus and he needs to pray or something. So that's sort of the extent of what I know about Whoa, Vicky.
Is it new for her to be eroticizing guns?
It's not new for her to be eroticizing anything. I think maybe she's I don't know if she click into her actual page. Yeah, I think I don't know if she has an OnlyFans or what's on her OnlyFans. I will admit, like I've purposely not been going down this rabbit hole just because I'm like, I don't know. What's her link? What's on her link me? That might give me a better idea.
You want me to click her link me at work?
Yeah, it's not gonna go to something not safe for work. It's just probably like her links and stuff. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. I think she's just like what you would call like an Instagram baddie. Oh, and a Kick streamer. That she's also like she was in like the top grid, you know, the grid of like top users on Kick. Yeah.
Wait, is there a rap song?
Probably, yeah.
There's poetry.
Every generation finds their version of Krayshawn, I guess. Yeah.
Don't insult Krayshawn that way.
Yeah. So Yeah, she has a lot of followers. I don't totally I don't totally understand this corner of the internet, and like I've had to learn about it because of Clavicular and Asmongold and sort of the rise of kick streaming. But I guess I just like can't put myself in the shoes of a person who watches someone stream like 4, 5, 10 hours a day on Kick. Like Neon, that I've written about him before. Like I don't really get what you like. Maybe I'm like too TV brained. I'm too old. Like I don't understand what that is or why you would do it. I can kind of wrap my head around Streamer University, which I did a call out for in the newsletter recently, and I had like readers send me sort of explanations for why they watch Streamer University. But this is like the level of stuff where I don't really get why you would watch it. I don't understand this.
Yeah.
Like, I guess like my main take with all of those kind of people is like I did everything in my life to get away from those kind of people, like moving out of my hometown and going to a big city and all the rest. I don't understand why I'd watch those people on the internet. That Asmongold, same deal. Like I've been in rooms with guys like Asmongold. I don't ever want to be again. I don't want him on my computer. Yes, the Meta Ray-Bans dog, Vader. If you click on Vader the Golden right there, in the description, yeah, Vader the Golden. So yeah, I wrote about him yesterday. This is a dog that is making, unfortunately, very adorable videos using the Meta Ray-Bans smart glasses. There's one over there up. He's also in Hobby Lobby doing it, which is like extra bad. But yeah, so if you go to the right on the grid, he's looking in the mirror. He's right there. Yeah, there you go. So this is a golden retriever wearing Meta Ray-Bans in a Hobby Lobby. What do you guys think about this? How do you guys feel about this dog?
It's the least perverted usage of Meta Ray-Bans.
I think that's right. Yeah.
So like, are people getting into Meta Ray-Bans because now they can put them on their pets? Is this a trend?
I think it's part of it. I mean, the major tell here for me is like right if you go back to the post, right under Vader the Golden, there's metadata that tags all Ray-Bans Meta glasses as coming from Ray-Bans Meta glasses. And I have to imagine that gives them some kind of extra priority on Instagram. So I think that's kind of, if anything's going to lead to a more usage of Meta Ray-Bans, it's that. It's like, oh, I can record a video with these glasses and then it'll get extra promotion on Instagram by Instagram. That's my conspiracy theory.
Maybe instead of calling them pickup artists, you can call them fetch artists.
That's really good. Yeah, that's really good. Or pickup stick artists. Yeah. All right, next tab. I like the dog, don't like the glasses. Yeah.
Yeah, we can skip this one. It's fine.
Okay. Yeah, let's skip this one. I don't want to know what lesbian maxing is. Yeah, okay. So I'm really fired up about this one. Wrote about this one yesterday too. Robert Pattinson, everyone sort of just decided that he was Gen Z, and then I've been noticing more and more people discovering that he's 40. Partly, I think this is due to how he looks. He's aging quite well for a British man. But also, I think the Batman kind of tricked everyone into thinking that he was like young because he looked so much younger than Ben Affleck, who was the Batman before him. So if you go from like super old Ben Affleck Batman to 36-year-old Batman who doesn't look like that, everyone's like, oh, he must be young. And it came out after COVID. So it kind of felt like, oh, like new generation. And I just think that all millennials should start saying they're Gen Z and asking people for money. For whatever reason, since the minute we became adults, people don't want to work with us. We're annoying, we're chungus, whatever. Cool. I think I'm going to just start wearing like flannel and be like really cool. And I'm going to ask old people for money. And I'm going to say that I'm 26 years old. So that's my plan. And I think Robert Pattinson has figured it out. So, yeah. Oh, good. Good. Yeah, we haven't had any blue sky drama on these streams before. So this is Platformer's Casey Newton. Let's see what he's up to. So he said, wrote about why AI safety incidents are leading some people to stick their fingers in their ears and insist nothing is happening. So I confess I have not read this. I saw it go out last night. What all these arguments have in common is that they serve as invitations to stop thinking about AI. Who cares? It's just marketing. Who cares? They're just doing what they were programmed to. Who cares? It's not like they're sentient. I understand the appeal of arguments like these. The implication of an exponential takeoff in AI capabilities are extremely worrisome. They range from advanced cyber attacks like the one on Hugging Face to, I see what he said. Okay, so basically he's saying that the recent sort of, cyber attacks, cyber incidents involving AI are causing a lot of people to say that they don't really give a shit because, AI doesn't matter to them, or they want to ignore it. Is that right?
Yeah, it's that like there keeps being news about advancements. There was some new test where the AI figured out how to escape its sandbox to cheat on the test, and Casey was like, "I'm very worried about this," and then he posted it on Blue Sky, and people were like, "None of this matters. It's just propaganda from the AI industry."
Yeah, I mean, this is the problem with. I personally, I'll say, I am more worried about AI doing something stupid because it's automated than an evil sentient AI taking over the world. I'm much a couple months ago, I was playing around with ClaudeBot or OpenCloud, whatever it's called now. And I'm very freaked out that I might have a open portal into my MacBook that someone could hack into. I'm worried about that stuff. And the average person using Claude Codex probably has no idea that you could hack into it, and take control of your Mac. That stuff, or to do something by accident and wipe your hard drive, wipe your email, whatever. I am more worried about stupid uses of AI, spreading because of automation than an evil AI. But I also I sympathize with the people on Blue Sky who roll their eyes at this stuff because the AI companies have been using this as marketing. I will say though, if this is you and this sounds like you, I the only thing I can say is that you are still kind of falling for their marketing. If you are rolling your eyes at this stuff, you kind of did get tricked by their marketing. You should worry about how AI is being used. I don't. It's not top of mind all the time for me, but it is worrisome.
I just feel exhausted.
Good.
Yeah.
Sure. But here's the thing. It's not going to stop because we're tired. These companies have billions and billions of dollars, whether it's being funneled circularly or not, and they want to make AI completely inescapable. And if you are tired or run down or hate listening to it or hate hearing about it, I'm really sorry. That doesn't really change anything. And they are trying to take over, every single thing that you do, and it might go bust. It might completely go, belly up, but there's a very good chance that even if it does, a lot of the big companies stick around. We have a video about it on YouTube. But yeah, they want you to not care.
Why?
Why do they want you to not care?
Yeah.
Because they want you to not complain when your Google search results get replaced with an AI. They want you to be fine when, the directions that you looked up on ChatGPT don't go anywhere and you go, oh well. They want you to accept an AI assistant built into your smart glasses. They want you to use a Waymo because if you don't really care if it's happening and you don't really care if it's bad and you're just sort of accepting it or you're tired of hearing about it, they can just take away any alternative and then charge you for it.
So is the other side of that if we're all complaining about or debating if they're sentient or going to have some evil plot, that we're then just not paying attention to the little ways it's being put into everything and asking what purposes is all actually serving? How do these ideas stack up on each other when there's people who are just I fucking hate AI and they're that's also good?
I would just say it doesn't matter if it's sentient or not. Treat it the same way. AI. It's going to be part of your life unless you complain about it enough and get regulations passed and get rid of it. But that's kind of it. You're they're going to try to do this. So it doesn't matter if it's alive or not. Right. Citizen Vigilante just hit #1 on Amazon Prime, according to Libs of TikTok. Hell yeah, we did it, Citizen Vigilante heads. I feel like we have written about this before, not Citizen Vigilante, we have, but I feel like we've written in the past about the right wing's obsession with gaming the iTunes downloads. Adam, I think when you first joined, we like did something about this. Where they were like, this new rap song by Forgiato Blow about gay people at Target is #1 on iTunes. Like, they're obsessed with any sort of pay-for-play chart because they can just dump dark money into it, I think. What's your read on this?
We've seen that it only takes a few hundred purchases of a song to get it onto the charts.
Yeah.
Not at #1, but like to get in the top 100. It does not need to be bought by that many people. And I'm not going to say, this was back in June. This was what we did write about, by the way.
Right.
Yeah. But this, I don't think it was a very significant number of people buying it to get to #1, because I was looking at it the day after it was back down to number 15, and 2 spots below it, number 17, was some Redbox movie I'd never heard of in my life with less than 1,000 Letterboxd reviews.
So there you go. I don't think this is a real thing, and they're gonna keep trying it. And I think like I put this in the same category as like the Rick and Morty video and the Department of Education stuff. Like they're losing steam. Like doesn't make them any less dangerous. Doesn't make them any sort of less focused on eroding, personal rights, personal freedoms, the ability to vote in elections in the future. But like culturally, they are losing steam, and they're losing steam very quickly. So hooray for Citizen Vigilante. You've proved that that's true. Let's do a couple more and then, okay. Is this from Celia the intern?
You bet.
Okay, so this is couples throwing up into each other's mouths. Thank you so much. Let's go to the next one.
That's all we have time for.
You don't want more of this?
No, I'm okay. I'm just fine with. Yep. All right. Good. Yep. Cool. Yeah. All right. I saw this video earlier this week. This is an AI. There's a whole bunch of these going around right now. This is an AI video faking behind the scenes footage from a movie set. There's all kinds of problems with this that people who work in Hollywood have pointed out.
I like the first line of the description. You read that?
No CGI, no compositing, just a hand-built miniature Miami and a 40-foot wave tank. Months of work, one take, sound on for the cruise. This was written by AI for sure. Mm-hmm. Wait for the Ferris wheel, made with Higgsfield AI. So,
And then would you like to read the community note?
yeah, I mean, it just says that it was AI generated. Yeah, there's something like very sad about this specific use of AI, more so than like the Fruit Love Island stuff, which is clearly like some deranged person working through some kind of interpersonal thing. This is just like, I don't know, making a facsimile of the thing that you're trying to replace is like it's very dark to me. Here's a AI generated video from a film set. Although there's also that whole trend of like inserting yourself into the behind the scenes footage of different movies. I've seen that a lot with like Avengers stuff. So yeah, there's something very strange there. Can we go to the comment section? I'm curious if anyone is positive about this.
I just want to interject that Celia did not put that link in.
The throwing up one.
Ooh.
Who did?
In this room.
Not me.
Who put the throwing up video in?
She said, "Did they blame me? That video was not me."
It wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
Nope.
What is going on right now?
Who put that in the show?
Have we been hacked?
Gonna own up to it?
You know what's weird though?
I would love to take credit. but
AI did.
You know what's really weird though? The other day, like Kate's and I had this problem yesterday, and I had this problem separately as well, where Instagram links were redirecting to different Instagram content. It happened when I was putting the issue together yesterday, and I thought maybe it was just something I did on my end. All right, before we move on, I want to read this one comment here, which is, some of those towers started falling before the wave hit. Same production team as 9/11? Cool. Let's move on.
Wait, one quick thing. According to Rachel Carton, that's one of the 10 most popular Instagram reels ever.
This.
Yes.
239.
This is just one of them. I think there's like almost 1 billion views in like a couple days on it. And why I like it as a discourse, Matt, and also I think it's funny that it's a video about practical effects.
Yeah, no, I mean, I can understand why people would share it.
No, because we couldn't
Okay.
log in through Instagram.
So I think I know what happened. I tried to include a link to the grass car guy, a reel on Instagram of a guy whose entire interior of his car is like AstroTurf.
Cool.
And I think that because Grant is logged out, it did the thing where it sends you to a random reel instead of. to
And the random
thing.
reel was teenagers making milkshakes in their mouth.
That's what happened to us yesterday, where you were logged out, and the Instagram video was like a guy doing something weird.
It was real weird.
Yeah.
It was
Do you like?
Mystery solved.
What is the ultimate goal of these accounts that are like generate this and then like it's something you share, but like no one's like a fan. How are they making money? What is the scheme underneath this?
So different platform, but I've been DMing with clipping accounts and like movie clipping accounts based in Rwanda on X. I was talking to another one last night, and I am similarly like really kind of like curious, like what they think about what they're doing, why they're doing it. A lot of it is happening downstream of different creator like payout systems. So like every major platform now has some version of you get X amount of views, we pay you for it. And most of the payouts are really, really low. So, creators or accounts based in the global South, they can get paid in dollars, and like that actually adds up for them.
Okay.
So that's a lot of this. A lot of times also, at least on TikTok, what I've seen is you build accounts with low effort AI garbage, then delete all of it, and then sell the account and let someone take it over. So that's happening as well. So like a really easy way to heat up an account and get it in good algorithmic standing is to dump a bunch of AI garbage on there and then just sell it. And then with Instagram, like I think a lot of these places are probably also being paid by some kind of AI company to do this, whether it's directly Higgsfield or whatever it's called, or another intermediary. There's just like a lot of weird little bits of money flying around for this thing. And I think probably some people just think it's cool. Like these tools are pretty easy to use now. And, if you talk to anyone involved, they're like, yeah, like people liked it. That's cool.
Do you want one more or do you want to end it there?
Let's do one more, and then I have one I want to show. So I don't want to do the abortion comic. Just if people, is this an edit of the abortion comic?
It is.
Oh, whoa. Okay, wait. Enlarge this one. I love this advertisement. I cannot live another day without air conditioning. It says tomorrow is going to be hotter. Hotter like yesterday. Yesterday you said you'd call Sears. I'll call today. You'll call now. I'll call now. And this is an edit of the Zootopia abortion comic from DeviantArt, and they've edited it to be the dialogue from the 90s air conditioning commercial from Sears, which my college roommate and I used to yell at each other all the time. I used to be like, I'll call today. I'll call today. And we do it at each other. Anyways. Okay, I'll read this one, and then I have one. My hottest furry take. Well, I'm very glad you asked. I am so tired of we need to talk about how Boston furries, burries, worries, snurry, everyone's furries just don't talk about. We need to normalize talking furries. I think that's exactly right. I think that's totally right. Yeah.
What do you want me to pull up?
One of these is mine. Maybe the Gaz one, the Gaz tab. I sent one to Kate's for today.
It's an X post?
Yeah, it's an X post.
Not this.
No. I don't ever want to hear about the Odyssey ever again for the rest of my life.
It's labeled from Ryan himself in the doc.
Yeah, that's it. And you got to turn the sound on for this one. That's it. Thanks, everybody. This is a great stream. We will be back next week hopefully I'll have longer shorts, I guess. And big round of applause for my team behind the camera. Let's throw to them one last time. And I'm going to walk off in the sunset and pull my shorts down. Bye, 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 bye.
Bye.